The next property is the negative exponent property. So what happens if you have a negative exponent? So for instance, I have 2 to the negative 3 power. So let's investigate that. So I want you to draw a chart on your paper. And somewhere in the middle here, let's start with 2 to the 0 power. And we'll do 2 to the first, 2 to the second, 2 to the third, 2 to the fourth. So 2 to the negative 1, 2 to the negative 2, 2 to the negative 3. So let's talk about the things that we do know. Probably if I asked everyone, which one of these would you know, you would probably start right here. 2 to the first power. 2 to the first power is 2. And then if I said what would be next, you would say 2 squared is 4. 2 to the third is 8. And 2 to the fourth is 16. Then I might ask you, well, what is happening as you go to the next number each time? And you'd say it's doubling, because I'm multiplying by another 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times another 2 is 8. 8 times another 2 is 16. So let's think about what would happen if I would go up the chart instead of down the chart. If I'm going up the chart, instead of timesing by 2, I could divide by 2. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this is an interesting one. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. 1/2 divided by 2 is 1/4. 1/4 divided by 2 is 1/8. So hopefully you're kind of making some connections. Let's leave this one alone for now. But notice 2 to the first is 2, and 2 to the negative 1 is 1 over 2. 2 squared is 4, and 2 to the negative 2 is 1 over 4. 2 to the third is 8. 2 to the negative 3 is 1 over 8. So I could pretty much have anything like 2 to the negative 5, and I could say that is 1 over 2 to the positive 5. So when we have a negative exponent, we can make it happy by moving it. See, in this example, this is like having 2 over 1, and the 2 has a negative exponent. So since it has a negative exponent in the numerator, I'm going to move it to the denominator. So negative exponents actually deal with reciprocals and moving the base number either from the denominator to the numerator or from the numerator to the denominator. So a basic rule here would be this. If we have anything to a negative exponent, it's going to be 1 over that thing to the positive exponent. So let's go back and talk about this. If I was using the number 3 for the base number, it would be 3, 9, 27, and so on, 81. And then going backwards, I'd divide by 3. The same thing, I would get a 1 here. So we know that any number to the 0 power is always going to be 1. And you can investigate that on your calculator.